Hello, everyone. I'm Tracy, and I'm here with Shane. And in today's video, I want to provide supporting evidence that says that stratospheric aerosol injection is going on to control the weather and to put chemicals into our atmosphere. So those that are a little bit newer to this topic, here are some of the most convincing statements that support what is going on. And I'm going to start out with this amazing confrontation that a woman had with a pilot that was conducting this operation. He was spraying this stuff in the air, and it's been going on for some time. This is in Northern California, around the Modesto, Sonora area. And I'll let you guys hear it right here.
Hi. Yes. Great. Thank you. Good to see you. I'm here. You're Tim, right?
No.
Oh, no.
No. I don't know a Tim.
Jody?
No, don't know. Well, I know a Jody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jody Fisher?
No, yeah, I know Jody Fisher.
You do? Okay, good.
Yeah.
And then who are you?
I'm one of the other captains.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So you can come on outside or not, or just whatever. Are you free now?
No, I got reflared.
Okay, so
stuff,
I have paperwork for you that I want to give to you. So
Okay.
hang tight, I'll go get it. But then we've been trying to reach Jody and you for a long time.
Okay.
And we are tired of you dumping heavy metals all over our county.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not the one to talk to about
No,
that.
but you are. But you're the one that's doing it. So I've been taking rain samples. I have over 20 samples. And every time you fly, we get high amounts of aluminum, barium, strontium, titanium, magnesium. So I want to know, are you aware of what you're doing? I know you think it's like to increase water supply for Turlock and Modesto, but it's not really happening.
Yeah, you can talk to them
I've tried.
about that.
I've called them, and they're not calling me back. So we're now getting really involved, and now we're going to bring something legal against your company.
Okay, well, you can talk to them about that for
I know,
sure.
but I want you to know, though, like, we are real people underneath what you're doing. You spray right over our houses. We hear you. We know you. We see you. We're watching your planes and your patterns, okay?
Yeah,
It's twice today now. You did 2 flights. 2 3-hour flights.
It's public knowledge, yeah.
It's not really, though. That's the problem. So you have not properly notified our board of supervisors about this. Hi, are you the other pilot? Yes. Hi. What's your name?
Khaled.
Khaled?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, hi.
It's not our. We have people at home base that you can talk to about that stuff.
But they have not called back. So now we're getting to the point where we're getting our supervisors involved. So the supervisors of our county needs to be notified. They've not been notified. You've been doing this for 30 years. I know it's a long time. You guys are like, it's cool, it's easy. We're talking about all of the metals and the flares that you're using. So aluminum and zinc propel the silver iodide. You're spraying right over us all the time. And our plant life is suffering. They are now selling aluminum genetically modified seeds to grow food because our soil is so contaminated. Okay, so what you're spraying is not good for the environment. And it's not good for the people because there's an early onset dementia, there's Alzheimer's, things are starting to happen to people's health. And I really do believe there's a linkage to what we're breathing in the environment every day. When you guys spray us in November through April, it's your yearly contract. I'm aware of that too. So I just wanted to meet the pilots and say, where's Jody? I've called Jody, I've talked, I think Leslie was the other one, Leslie Fisher? No, it's another Fisher.
Yeah, probably his wife.
Okay,
but,
yeah.
Yeah, no, that's their responsibility. That's not our responsibility.
I understand, yeah. But the money that you're receiving to do this is coming from, is it taxpayers that are paying for this?
That's not my department.
I want you to be aware. Do you have family?
Yeah, I have family.
I have family too. I have children. So we're outside and we hear your plane over us all the time. And I've been tracking this for a long time. And we have tried to get the supervisors involved and they're clueless. They were not informed. According to the California codes and law, they should have notified our supervisors because you're doing this to benefit TID. Okay? But it's not. It's happening over, well, it might be, but it's happening over our area. Okay? Sonora, Groveland, Coulterville. You're doing your little figure eight loops. My 20 rain samples will show you that on the days that you're spraying, or releasing your flares, we have copious amounts of aluminum, magnesium. There's been some barium, strontium, but titanium's weird. Is titanium also in your flares? Okay, that's unique for me. So I want you to know that there are health impacts and impacts to the soil and the plant life, all of those things. And when you do this, my whole community's watching. We don't know what to do.
I understand your opinion.
It's not opinion, so I will show you my samples.
I don't want to see your samples.
Why is that?
You can take those to
but
my
you're flying the plane. But then how do I get...
All right, so I thought it was really interesting how she said that there are genetically modified seeds that are resistant to the aluminum. So there are other industries that are aware that this has been going on. Is there something you want to say about that?
Yeah, so the genetically modified seeds to be resistant to aluminum has actually been going on for a while. And it's, big agriculture like Monsanto has has been has been engineering these crops so that they can be more resistant to aluminum. And I don't know if that's a response to the aluminum that was, being sprayed prior, or if it's an anticipation to continue spraying aluminum. Now, this does kind of also remind me of the Chavez County program for cloud seeding operations. There was an organization called the Interstate Stream Commission that did cloud seeding for states like Texas and New Mexico. And the one in New Mexico was called the Seeding Operations and Atmospheric Research, or SOAR. And their entire purpose was to make it rain more in Chavez County, where Roswell, New Mexico is. And that's where they ended up having the flood. Another thing I wanted to point out is that the only thing that you really need to make it rain is silver iodide. So for a cloud seeding operation that's intended on increasing precipitation, there should only be silver iodide added to the mix. However, they had tested their air, and they found that there was aluminum, barium, strontium, and several other types of chemicals that are not necessarily consistent with cloud seeding for the purpose of precipitation, but more for solar radiation management, which is to reflect the sun's light and heat out into space to try to curb global warming.
All right. So yeah, these operations are, I guess, now being done in the guise of helping with the global warming situation we find ourselves in. And to support that, we have a clip of former CIA Director John Brennan. He retired in 2017, but there's a clip from 2019. Do you want to play that, where he explains that this is going on?
Another example is the array of technologies, often referred to collectively as geoengineering, that potentially could help reverse the warming effects of global climate change. One that has gained my personal attention is stratospheric aerosol injection, or SAI, a method of seeding the stratosphere with particles that can help reflect the sun's heat in much the same way that volcanic eruptions do. An SAI program could limit global temperature increases, reducing some risks associated with higher temperatures and providing the world economy additional time to transition from fossil fuels. This process is also relatively inexpensive. The National Research Council estimates that a fully deployed SAI program would cost about $10 billion yearly. As promising as it may be, moving forward on SAI would also raise a number of challenges for our government and for the international community. On the geopolitical side, the technology's potential to alter weather patterns and benefit certain regions of the world at the expense of other regions could trigger sharp opposition by some nations. Others might seize on SAI's benefits and back away from their commitment to carbon dioxide reductions. And as with other breakthrough technologies, global norms and standards are lacking to guide the deployment and implementation of SAI and other geoengineering initiatives.
All right. So I think what happened was they got caught doing this. There's no hiding it. I mean, they're right in clear view over the whole world, but they're trying to spin it in a way that makes it seem like it's good for our environment, or it's good for mankind, when it's quite the opposite.
Right.
Okay.
So they had begun, cloud seeding operations as early as the 40s and 50s. But when it comes to solar radiation management, they actually did start doing that as early as the 90s. However, it was clandestine or unacknowledged or classified at the time. And since then, the public has become more aware over the decades, and now they have to acknowledge it. And so what they've done is they've tried to get out ahead of it and say, like you saw here in 2017, he was actually proposing the idea as if it was something they would do in the future, but it was actually something they were already doing. So cloud seeding has been going on since the 40s or 50s. Solar radiation management has been going on since the 90s, but they're acting like it's a brand new thing that they're about to try, even though they've been doing it for decades.
All right. And at the end of this video, we'll put links to the full-length videos that we did on this, including the interview with Dan Wigington, who is the leading expert in the stratospheric aerosol injection operations. So because there's a lot of information, patents and everything. This is not secret information. It's just not widely known. But in those videos, you'll get to hear a lot more, and also how it relates to the weather events and the fires we've been seeing more recently. Okay, and then we have one more, and this is from the 60s, from 1962, and this is Lyndon B. Johnson saying that he who controls the weather controls the world.
It lays the predicate and the foundation for the development of a weather satellite that will permit man to determine the world's cloud layer and ultimately to control the weather, and he who controls the weather will control the world.
All right, so I think that was very convincing, and I think we are now in that era where this plan has kind of come full circle. So was there anything else that you wanted to add to this video?
Not really. I'll just give my 2 cents on that last clip. So Lyndon Johnson was preoccupied with weather control as early as 1962, and he rightfully deduced that who controls the weather controls the world. And you can only imagine, what they've been able to do with another 60 years of research. So keep an open mind and try not to be too skeptical when it comes to this topic.
Right. And please watch our full-length videos where we go into a lot more than we're covering today. So yeah, for today, that's going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you all soon. Bye.